Welcome to the channel. Here's Trader Jan speaking. I'm doing the market analysis as a preparation of the trading day, which is the 27th of March in 2026. As you can see on the screen here, the market has already started. That is the Asian session here, and it's in the middle of it already. It's quarter to 1 o'clock in the morning, Chicago time. All the times I show here are Chicago times. Now let's have a look into the events first. Only there's more like a sentiment data, 2-star news, and that's about it, and some inflation data as well. So it's not much happening today. It's Friday, a typical range day, I would suspect. So let's see what's gonna happen here. Yesterday, the market went quite well down. So let's look at our 15 minutes chart to look at a big picture. Actually, in preparation here, I did that part already, at least for the upper part. So you're going to miss that out. Just needed to redo it because OBS was not really recording it. So I leave that upper part out for now and focus on the lower part, because this one is a really interesting area where which we didn't touch since a long time ago, like summer last year. So let's see that we find the data. I loaded the data already. So below this area here, we have not been there since, let me check, September 2025. So that's going to be the area which we are focusing on for the moment to find our locations. We have here an area which got rejected a couple of times, so we definitely mark this one as a potential reaction, and for sure we have a daily mark on that one. Then we have this one here. I marked that one too because it has been a daily low, and daily lows are under high visibility of all the traders. So here and that one here. I mean, it's not a 100% mathematical concept. It's more like based on experience. So now, since the daily extremes have been marked, I'm really interested in areas which worked as support first and then suddenly as a resistance, or the other way around. So like this one here, this one worked as resistance and then as support, and then the market spiked up. So this is definitely an area of interest. I noticed that these areas are often around like lower volume compared to the surroundings. So let's see what happens if the market is still not interested to trade there. Then there's for sure an area here which is of interest where the market got rejected. Oops, that was the wrong coloring. Support and resistance and support and resistance. So then here those are 300 ticks. Even though there's an area here which was resistance and is now support, and I go the same things again. Yep, like before. And here as well, resistance and support. I mark that area here, and surprisingly it's often in the middle of an area. I would even put it a little bit more down. I now took the whole low volume area here. So here there's another nice area. I'm gonna catch that one, that is for sure. You know, it's only 130 ticks, but I record them anyway because I expect the market to react somehow. And since I'm a scalper, I'm not interested in the huge market moves. I'm more interested into what happens short term. And that is one of the other areas. I mean, everybody sees those areas, especially the volume profile here. They might not see it the exact candle because my chart is 50 minutes candle here, but my trading chart is 200 delta chart, which um, only shows moves where the market had a delta of 200 ticks. So we marked this one here as well. That was the daily low of today. And then here we have an area. I'm kind of inclined to take this one more down here. And then we have, looks like in this area here, and today, at least in the Asia market, we got some movements here in that range. Now, cross-checking that one, I always like to switch off the market profile and switch on my market map and just verify what is happening. And here, yep, I matched that one to this area. I kind of inclined to match this one more to the area here. And then here more into this area. And this one we can leave it like it is. So buyers of the day is clearly, I mean, if you look at days, it's clearly shorts. Intraday, yeah, it might be longer as well. Long as well, I would suspect that the markets might go until this hugely traded area here, might go up here, and then further down there. And definitely, if it's stabilized below that one, then below the low, then there's no real resistance down there. Not sure if the volumes of September 2025 are still valid now, half a year later. There are some daily highs and lows here, especially lows in that case. There's some, yeah, they might offer some resistance, and then there are some support and resistance areas down here. Now, let's switch that one off and the market profile on again, and I'm gonna transfer the most important areas from the market analysis here into the trading chart, which is that chart here. And we got the low of the day and some lows from the previous ones. Okay, and then we're gonna take this one here and maybe something more up there depending on and the high of yesterday. So that is the area we are trading in Asia. So look at the volume here. That's like 1 contract per second. That's the volume per second. Yeah, now it's going to increase again, but actually it's not much happening in the Asia session here. So I would expect, looking at it from a bigger picture and having yesterday in mind, we had a huge zone here, which we traded in, and here. So once we reach that area, let me check that one matches with the location here. Once we come up to this area, that's going to be interesting. Either it pushes through or it will return. Today we had already some volume here, which is interesting. Yeah, okay. And once the market pushes through that area here, which was the yesterday's low, there might be short. I don't believe the market going to be pushing up here further. So I'm more inclined to be either short, but waiting until the market reaches that level, or ranging. So if it's a range, like there was a nice range here yesterday here, if it's ranging again, then I wait for like the first couple of three usually extremes where it bounces back off, and then I'm more inclined to, like what I should have done yesterday, trading short. Yeah, and look at this one, alone this one, that's like already 180 ticks move. So if I only trade at the range edges towards the center of the range, it would have been already like 70, 80 ticks per trade. But I was not really very confident about my trading yesterday. Feel free to review the videos from yesterday, where I was posting one video with my trades. I had 9 trades, 221 ticks plus. And I had a daily review of the day as well, where I reviewed the locations if they actually matched reality. But this one is about the market analysis for the 27th of March in 2026, and we are all about either range or bearish, at least me. Okay, then see you at the trading floor.